Hi Anna, thanks for joining us to talk about procurement.
Thank you.
Can you tell us why we should be interested in procurement? Why does it matter for women?
The importance of procurement is to really match what we're doing for the supply side of women getting economically empowered with also changing institutions so that they are demanding more goods and services from women-owned businesses. They don't get a fair share. They only get about 1% of what companies and governments are buying.
Why is it only 1%? Why is it not higher?
Well, women-owned businesses face a lot of barriers that are specific to their gendered experiences. First of all, like with many things that women face, just the division of labor, unpaid care work, causes segmentation. So they are less likely to be in high capital intensive industries because they shy away from debt financing, they have less time, they have less collateral. This ends up equaling smaller businesses that can't compete as much. And you add that to the fact that they're excluded from networks all the time. So when you put those two together, on top of also the lack of information that they have, because there's not widely disseminated information about opportunities, some of them just simply don't know to knock on the door.
Okay, so that's still the supply side. Now on the demand side, what is needed for businesses and states and governments to buy more from women, to increase the supply of women's services and products?
Well, the number one thing that they need to do is to understand and find women-owned businesses. So one problem is that there's just simply a lack of information on both the supply and demand side. There's a lot of companies that would like to buy more from women, they just don't know where the businesses are. And then there's the companies that don't even know the value of gender responsive procurement. So that's where we come in. That's where we come in to help companies understand that there is a clear business case for buying from women-owned businesses, and buying from women-owned businesses is good for the Sustainable Development Goals and for companies' contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. So what companies are doing in the area of supplier diversity, we're helping to globalize some of the best practices through our Guide to Gender Responsive Corporate Procurement, which we just recently published with the support of Citi and We Connect International.
Very good. So one last question for you, Anna. Why do we talk about gender responsive procurement and not just buying from women?
Because gender responsive procurement is more than buying from women. It's about integrating a gender perspective and being gender sensitive across all aspects of the value chain. So it's not just setting targets, about really thinking about how your policies and practices are affecting women, and how your policies and purchasing practices are integrating women to the supply chain all the way through. So you have to be able to know the gender differences all throughout your processes and not just buying from women.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Thanks.